Hello, it's Websy Wongi. I am going to get started on the tarot readings. So first up we have Aries. It is your month of April. So happy birthday in advance for all you Aries out there. I know in my birth chart, my astrology birth chart, my Aries is in Mars, or my Mars in Aries. So not everyone has the same, but usually when it comes to like our birth chart and stuff, we have a few of different signs in them. Not all of them, but my Mars is in Aries. It's funny think about like Aries and stuff. Mars has to do with, I mean, I've heard a few people say it. Mars has to do with sex, your everyday life. I would think Venus would have to do more with sex, but I don't know. I don't mean to be on the topic of sex, but that's what's weird when it comes to Aries. It feels like I'm out of touch with Aries. It's like I don't really know what's going a whole lot with Aries. Basically what I do is, I read, I mean, everyone has their own way of reading cards. I usually just read what the energies I'm getting and the feeling I'm getting with each of the cards that I'm getting. So do keep in mind this is a general reading. It may not apply to a lot of you out there. So I do keep in mind, you know, if it doesn't resonate, if it doesn't sound like your story, it's not for you. Maybe it's for someone who can resonate, and that's what I'm trying to go for. But yeah, keep in mind it's just a general reading. But let's see what's going on for you guys. I'm shuffling cards at the moment. I do apologize if it seems dark at the moment, but we will see your cards in a few minutes. I'm just here talking and shuffling. What's going on for Aries for the month of April? You pretty much are in your element, so I do feel like right away, Aries, that it's going to be a great month for you. I know a lot of things are changing in the world, a lot of restructuring, a lot of reprogramming, a lot of things going on. I don't want to make it into a negative thing or a negative aspect. Just basically focus on, the energies that the cards are saying for your monthly of April. So, anyways, a few more shuffles. Okay. Let's see, accurately. I'll do this. See, I'm not a professional, so I just do it the best way I know how. So we got the cards here, shuffle them. Let's see what we get for the month of April. Sorry for the controller. Okay. Alright, what I'm getting right away as I'm putting the cards down, I do feel like, Aries, there's a lot of things, maybe when it comes to the past situations that you're leaving behind, whether that's a work situation, whether that's just something that mentally you've been trying to work through and letting go. I feel like you're stepping into your power this month of April. I do feel like a lot of good things are coming towards you, a lot of maybe job promotions, maybe something in the area of home and family, being more connected at home. We got this whole virus going on. I feel like it's just a scam. It's just one of those things when it comes to in the Matrix to get everybody in a fear or a state of shock or whatever. But that's besides the point. Let's get back to your reading. I do feel like there's some truth speaking on where you want to move forward in the future, where you want to go. I do feel like there's a time to rejuvenate. I do feel like you'll be more at home. Some of you who are parents or have kids or whatever, I do feel like you have a clear picture on what you want to take. I do feel like, there could be this chance of marriage for some of you. Maybe you're in a committed relationship with someone and you're trying to balance things out when it comes to work and finance and family. I do feel like there's a lot of things you're working on for the month of April, especially being your month, your birthday month. So maybe something that you've been trying to walk away from, or something that you're trying to take full responsibility. Maybe it is a partnership, maybe it is a family dynamic, and I feel like, you know, maybe in the middle of month of March or something happened where you're trying to reestablish the situation. I feel like you're moving forward, you're speaking your truth about something that's not working out. And I really feel like strongly this month has to do with family for some of you. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. I feel like it's more the energy, the card. You know, you have a lot of setbacks, maybe. You have a lot of passion and drives to get things moving and progressive in your life, and I do feel like you're going to have the help from the universe. You're going to have your angels, your guides, your I don't know what the word, sending masters to help you get where you need to get and stabilize your situation. I do feel like your progress has been slow, whether that's work or finances. And I do feel like, with the temperance being here, just be patient. I feel like a lot of you want to rush forward towards something, whether it's a job, a career, finance, maybe the marriage. But I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done internally. And I do feel like you're ready to move forward in a new direction. I also feel like you're done juggling something when it comes to your progress, when it comes to your relationships. I feel like you're getting a clearer vision in April, or you have been, about what you want to bring forward to the table. And that has to do with actions, whether it's communication, whether it's advising other people, a situation like that. I do feel like you may come up against some blocks, but nothing is too hard for Aries, right? Um, you maneuver through any obstacle. And maybe the problem is when it comes to your finances, getting a clear vision of what you want to do, opportunities you want to open up. And I do feel like there needs to be communication. See if we can get some clarity. I'm going to this side shuffle these best I can. Maybe something else that I may have not read into. Alright, so we have the Page of Cups here. This could be have to do with love. Maybe there's something you're not seeing clearly. Maybe something you need to dive deep into. Maybe when it comes to the value in a situation, in a love dynamic. I do feel like some of you want a relationship. If you are single, I do feel like also too, when it comes to Aries, they put a lot of time and effort. I feel like maybe in the past situation, and it brought a lot of heartbreak, and I feel like you're trying to move forward past those limitations, those things that maybe really weighed you down. Let's get some more cards about what's going on in your relationship. And then now, I do feel like that's more past energy. Alright. King of Cups, you could be dealing with a water sign. Pisces, Scorpio. So, I do feel like maybe it's a water sign that brought you a lot of inner conflicts. I do feel like this is about recovering from a water sign, or recovering from something that really rocked your emotions. I do feel like the Ten of Swords, it could have to do with love, but I feel like it's maybe your emotional state and well-being. Maybe involving a marriage, maybe getting into a marriage. Maybe this has to do with commitment issues. I do feel like there needs to be recovery. Recovery first and then marriage. Or recovery, then you can get your Four of Wands. I do feel like for some time, Aries, you've been connected with a relationship, whether in between two worlds, where, you're fighting custody with your kids. I do feel like some of you have gone to court about a situation with an ex. There's been a lot of, daddy mommy stuff going on, and I do feel like Aries, that maybe you had to go to court with an ex of some sort concerning your kids or whatever. And I feel like, I'm not dissing anybody or judging anyone. I just feel like you guys got in a situation, um, maybe with your ex, where it's like you're getting in a new relationship. Maybe you've been in a relationship for 2 years, marriage to someone. I feel like it's kind of a shock to me when I recently heard this about an Aries. Maybe this resonates with someone, I don't know. Where you got in a new relationship, but you weren't done with the old stuff. And I noticed someone else who's an Aries, they got married, but there's something about the past that needed to be finished. Um, and it's like, how can you move forward in a new direction when you got the past, when you got the ex to deal with? So I do feel like if that is the problem, Aries, of your story or situation, you need to clear all that. And maybe you regret that a little bit by not clearing a lot of these past issues with your ex. You know, I personally feel like there's nothing wrong to get in a new situation, but you're carrying in a lot of baggage, I feel like. And, I'm not judging anyone in getting a new relationship, but I feel like if you're still hanging on to the past in some way, if it's an ex, you're not really moving forward in a new direction because you have a lot of weight on you. So how can you think about getting in a new relationship when there's a lot of dead weight on you? And I feel like that wasn't your fault. I feel like maybe you came across someone you loved and you wanted to be with. You got married, but then it's like you're still not done with your ex. I know there's a lot of complications with that, but I just feel like you really need to clear up any past things, karma or whatever, to really move forward. Uh, so anyways, I hope that resonates with one of you out there. Do keep in mind it's general, may not apply to all of you, but this past thing really needs to get cleared up if you're thinking about moving forward with someone new, or maybe it's someone that you've been with for a long time, but it's like you're married to this person, but yet you're hanging on to an ex still. And I think you want to be cleared from that ex, whether it is about getting a divorce from them, but it's kind of a messy situation in my opinion. If Which I don't know how that personally works, because I recently found out that someone who's an Aries, they're married but they never got a divorce. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. It's like I would feel like you would. I don't know if that's even legal. I don't know. It's not my place to judge. I just feel like this past stuff needs to get cleared up, whether it's family problems or drama or I don't know. I personally feel like, if you're in that situation where you're newly married, you've been married for 2 years or whatever, and you still have an ex, or you're still in another relationship, there's something that's got to give. So clear that up, Aries, my advice. Anyways, bye bye.